I think Kanda-san, top currency diplomat, just mentioned that officially the intervention data will be released on the final day of May. So I do not necessarily think that his comment is official confirmation yet. But based on price action we observed yesterday, clearly that movement is more likely to be by intervention in our view. So I think we should monitor whether the BOJ's data later today will show a sign of a big money transfer between the government and the Bank of Japan, which can suggest intervention took place yesterday or not.
Yeah, exactly right.
Going forward, it doesn't seem like traders, if you take a look at Monday's trading action, are particularly afraid of pushing back on fighting against the MOF. And why should they, right? Short of the broader macroeconomic dynamics between the US and Japan changing.
I think still in the short term, intervention can increase concern over further intervention, and there will be a gradual just movement in dollar yen for the time being without testing topside that aggressively. This is especially because back in October 2022, MOF intervened on a Friday and also on Monday, 2 consecutive business days. So to avoid any kind of strong dip buying from the speculators, it may make sense for the MOF to intervene again sometime this week. And that could limit end short position at the moment by speculators. But still, in the medium term, I have to say the intervention is quite difficult to change the trend of the currency market. And especially this time around, I have concern over dovish BOJ communication last Friday. So Governor Ueda said that the yen weakness has a limited impact on the underlying inflation trend so far, which suggests Bank of Japan may not consider rate hike earlier, even if yen weakens. And this type of dovish communication from the BOJ could deteriorate any efficacy of the intervention by the Ministry of Finance. So I think in the short term, this will support Japanese yen probably this week and the next week. But for fundamental changes, we need to wait for any weaker US data and so on.
Yeah, we are deep in the realm of speculation here, and yesterday was so interesting because we saw that sudden move up to 160 before what we believe was intervention. Do you have any theories on what caused that move to 160, and could it happen again?
I think this level, 160, was psychologically important level. That is probably one reason behind the potential decision for the intervention yesterday. And also, about a month ago, after a tri-party meeting, Kanda-san said that more than 4% move within 2 weeks will be a kind of a rapid move, not a slow movement. And clearly, after BOJ's meeting last Friday, yesterday, we broke that threshold of a 4% move in 2 weeks. In that sense, speed actually matters as well on top of the level of dollar yen around 160. So if we have further quick move in dollar yen toward 160 or above, that could encourage another intervention. And also, I believe that Ministry of Finance, government are closely monitoring positioning in currency market. And based on the CFTC data, yen short position is again accumulated as of last Tuesday. So that is also a potential reason for government more to consider further intervention if yen weakens again further.